joining me from my bed today because it's comfortable. And I've been in here all day and I'm such a sleepy princess. It's crazy. I've literally slept all day long. Like, I genuinely was sleeping until 6 p.m. And I'm probably going to take another nap before I get ready and go out. But anyway, I want to make this channel something more. Like, I want to do something more. I'm satisfied with some of the content I've pumped out thus far, because I'm just kind of getting comfortable with posting and creating and allowing my mind to escape when it comes to creation. But oh man, I have not taken my birth control today. But yeah, for me, I want this to be like a mission. Like, I want people to like be able to come here and like get some sort of answer, not just hear me out, not just listen. And the number one thing for me in life if I simplify it, I think would just be freedom. Freedom to express, freedom to live, freedom to be. And for me personally, that's all I've ever needed. That's all I've ever wanted, is my own freedom. And with freedom comes safety, comes respect, comes love, you know, because we would only all be able to be free and have true freedom with love. We can only have that with love, from love. And to be completely free and to allow the self to be completely free is a self grant. It's not easy at all. It's very difficult. And so those of whom have finally gotten to the mental freedom, to the level of life freedom, can tell you how hard it is. But we're also living in a system that's designed to inhibit us from every ability to have freedom. And it's so easy, I know, to get wrapped in it and to get mentally wrapped and just decide like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I can't control this, or I can't control that, yawning as if I didn't just sleep for like 15 hours. But it's really a self-grant, because in order to have that for yourself, you've got to give that to others. And in order to give that to others, you got to give it to yourself. And in order to really just be and be present and experience with no judgment, which is the self-grant of freedom, takes time. It takes a lot of time. And that's solely just through going through. Like, you can't be at that point there's no magic code to write down, or there's no specific meditation you can do to just bring you to that level of elevation. The only way is through. And it's going to be dirty and messy. There's going to be times where you're going to be like, well, what the fuck? I'm literally doing the exact activity or the exact action that I have been trying to stop myself from desiring doing the entire time. Like, what the hell am I doing? But that's the journey. And if you're not doing those negative things, or those things that you're trying to change, those behaviors you're trying to change, if you're not doing those at some point in time, then you're not allowing. This goes back to freedom. You got to let yourself just be in the messiest way, in the most chaotic, angry, sad, crazy, rude, delusional way that you are. I mean, personally, in my opinion, I think you gotta fucking go off the deep end. You gotta jump into the pit and just let the fire swallow you. And just feel it all. Feel it all. Act on it all. Be it all. Honor it all. You are everything you are. So every feeling you've had, every deep emotion you've set, every time you've denied yourself those feelings, you are all of that. That is you. That is you acting towards yourself. And the only way to balance that out is by having it unbalanced at some point in time and being grossly on this side of things, then grossly on that side, and then completely in like the middle of the abyss, like absolutely what the hell is going on, and then being on like the opposite end of the abyss and being like, well, this is what I have, this is what I have, and then looking at yourself and being really dissatisfied with that version of yourself. Like, it is all things, and that within itself is freedom, because majority of us do not let ourselves be. We are assuming and perceiving things before they have even happened. We're perceiving our own behaviors and thoughts and words before we're even acting on them. We are judging ourselves before we are even able to just be. What? That's so hard. And that's so messed up. And it's like, no wonder you're so frustrated with yourself and life all the time. I would be too. I was. And couldn't give myself a break for anything. And then I would give other people a little bit more grace than I was able to give myself. And then I would be jealous that myself was able to give other people, like, let other people off of the hook a little bit, but I wasn't able to let myself off the hook. And it was a long time of figuring out the balance, because it was like, well, no, like, I don't want to have myself off the hook all the time. You know, that's why I feel this way towards myself. But I also don't want to be so harsh, you know, and I don't want to have people feel like they have to be a certain set specific way, or else they're not allowed to be involved with me and in my life. But I also don't want to enable people. And I had to go through many different dynamics and many different odd relationships that I just should not have been in and should not have been justifying. But I'm here now, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I did. Like, I'm glad I was being absolutely batshit then, because now I can look at it and be like, I know where that was coming from. That's still crazy that you were acting like that and allowing somebody to treat you like that. But I know where it's from, and I feel for you. I empathize with you, and I get it. And we're not going to do that to ourselves again, because we've grown, we've learned. We don't need people like that in our lives when we've got so many other good ones. And it helps you, like, it helps everything in turn by going through the mess. Like, you look at certain areas and things of your life and you're just like, oh, well, like, why wasn't I doing this? Or like, why did I never talk to her about that? And now you're able to just have that space unlocked that before you couldn't even see. It was like that one-sided mirror. You know, you're looking in the mirror at yourself, judging yourself, looking at your reflection. Meanwhile, there's like a whole case, a whole important set of details behind the glass that you're unable to see, and you're wrapped up in something else now. So like, your brain's not even exploring the possibilities of that thing behind the glass. And that's something big that I've really been working through a lot lately, is just that, like, don't be using that extra brain power to rot yourself. You know, don't be using that extra brain power to dwell over how you said something to somebody 20 minutes ago, or how somebody looked at you on the street, or, you know, maybe you're not going to have a good week at work this week. Like, why spend the time entertaining that stuff? It doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't do anything. And it ends up usually manifesting some weird stuff in that I don't want. So it's really just about being. You gotta just be. You gotta let yourself be. You Gotta let yourself be. Can't get mad at yourself for having those thoughts. But the thing is like, you can and you should. That's a thing. It's like, well, no, you can't. But like, you have to. You have to like get mad at yourself for those thoughts and like mentally be a little bit rude to yourself and like go from justifying all your behaviors to like not allowing yourself to behave in any negative way to then being like, well, yeah, but when I act like that, it's because I feel like this. So I understand that behavior, and I personally think that I need to allow myself some space to act like that when I feel like that, and it allows more understanding. And then maybe you're like, well, I don't like acting like that out loud. I prefer to like feel this feeling by myself and organize that and work through that this way, and then explore things this way. Like, there's just always improvement, there's always growth, and like, you got to get through it to grow. And to get freedom, you also have to go through it. That's the thing, is you can't be free until you let yourself be. Goodness gracious. Like, it's like so many of us are just like denying ourselves this freedom. It's like, you can let yourself be, to be free. Just be. And that's how you will be free. So, yeah, just be. I don't need to say anything else. You've heard me. Excuse me. You've heard me loud and clear. Loud and clear. So just be. You want to be free, just be. All right, that's all from me today.